OK, let's bring in Fatima Parker. She's a size acceptance campaigner. Fatima, there's Steve saying the softly isn't approaching. Scotland's knees are beginning to keel at the strain. Long-term projections aren't good for diabetic patients, etc. It is time for radical action, according to Steve. What do you say?
Softly, not in my book. Ask any fat person anywhere in the world and they tell you that we're dehumanized, ostracized, bashed, shamed, named. We don't exist. We are ugly, and you don't get the jobs. You don't see fat people as the stars or even as actors in love scenes. Where is this carrot? I can't see it. And then how can somebody who is at the counter in one of the fast food joints know that person is ill or not? Because if he can tell that about the fat person, he'll be able to tell that about the one next to them who is thin but has a heart disease, and they eat there morning, evening and night or whatever. They eat out there all the time.
Okay.
So it is fat cleansing, and we have to stop this fat cleansing.
Okay, fat cleansing, Steve, according to Fatima.
Well, I obviously disagree with that.
But she's got a point. You can have a very slim person standing at a fast food outlet who perhaps has chronic heart disease, side by side with somebody who's morbidly obese who doesn't have heart disease.
No, I totally get that, and I hear this argument all the time. But, if you talk to any medical expert, and we all know it anyway, it's common sense, that if you become too fat, you are more likely to suffer from a stroke, from heart disease, and from cancer. And, what we can't be doing all the time, this nation is very good at making excuses. And it's not about fat cleansing, it's about saving people's lives. And sometimes, tough love is the only way to go. And I speak as someone that used to be very fat. And of course, Fatima is not going to support my cause because Fatima is happy for everybody to be fat and to clap their hands and become potentially ill.
Fatima, is that the case?
Oh my goodness! I mean, I'm sorry. I will not answer this, but I am not for people to be unhealthy. What I am for is, like the other therapists before said, diets don't work. They're not only not work, but they are triggering for eating disorders. They make people.
So what's the solution,
they demonize food. What we have to do.
What are we going to do to make them slimmer?
Stop people who make money out of shaming and naming people and make money out of selling snake oil treatments that do not work. The diet and exercise have been in for decades.
What are you talking about
dieting, eat less, restrict, shaming people, shaming fat people.
Yeah, well, what do we do? You're not giving us any practical intervention. What we need to do, as you say, that I am for, what I'm for is not getting people to be fat and obese and healthy. What I'm for is accepting people in different shapes and sizes and getting people fat and thin all together lovingly in a love situation, not in a hate situation, to love themselves, to love their bodies, to look after their bodies and to exercise together without discriminating. You would readily, if somebody was really ill, well, let me rephrase, if someone was of a BMI of, let's say, 40 and above, they're in a motorised scooter because they can't walk because of their weight.
Right, yeah.
You're stood behind a counter of a fast food restaurant and that person orders double burger, chips and a creamy milkshake. You serve it to them.
That's, it's not my business.
No,
I'm not a doctor. It's up to their doctor. And if that food is no good, close the joint. Because if that...
so would you serve them, Fatima? Would you serve them? You're not saying... You're not saying...
I would. If I'm working, if it's my job to serve people, I'll serve people, yes. Because it's not... I don't know the state of health of that person.
Even though
it's you who is discriminating. It's you who is assuming that person is ill. To me, if that person is buying that junk food, it means they can't afford anything healthier.
No,
it means that they cannot cook or they're too disabled to make any food. Let's say me, I'm morbidly obese. If I travel to beautiful Scotland, I don't have anywhere to cook, and the only thing that I can afford is to eat a McDonald's, to eat something fast food. Then I eat that because I'm poor. I can't help. Don't tell me you would serve it or not. Don't try and push. You have tried. You've had the whole country, the government, everywhere in the whole world. You've been threatening the health of the nation. You've been scaremongering. The nation is going to go downhill because obesity is killing the nation. It isn't. Your treatments are what are killing the nation, and the way that you're treating people is the way that's killing. You're discriminating, you're shaming and naming. You can get people to be healthy by loving their bodies. You can encourage everybody to eat healthy and exercise.
Let me just make a point there. So what you're saying is...
Don't take me to the junk food shop, because I wouldn't work there.
Steve and Fatima.
I don't encourage it.
Steve and Fatima, I want to go to the phone lines, okay? Let's go to Mark. He's on the line from Inverness. Mark, good morning.